She is a mischievous Umamusume who proudly claims that she aims to be the strongest in terms of running. She used to be the leader of a group of ruffians in the world of freestyle racing, but was so shocked by Fuji Kiseki's performance that she decided she wanted to race officially. With her friends cheering her on, she's ready to go out with a bang. I put way more sauce on that one than normal.
You really did put a lot of sauce on it. It was very saucy.
I'm excited to record the podcast.
I know. I missed you too.
Woo.
They really don't, like, they offhandedly mention once in the movie that she, that she did freestyle, but it's like, it's not really part of the movie at all. It's kind of funny.
I wish it was. Not that I've seen the movie, but I want to know what freestyle racing's about.
Yeah, what's freestyle? Like, freestyle
I don't
swimming?
know. There's groups of ruffian Umamusume running in unsanctioned races.
So, like, here's the question, right? Is it freestyle running because it's like, you know, you run sort of over like an urban or mixed environment that isn't like a track? Or is it freestyle running like freestyle swimming, and there's multiple different kinds of running that you can do? What's the breaststroke of running?
Here's the thing. Here's my vision for what freestyle racing is. It's no holds barred. You can use jetpacks and shit, and it's like drag racing. So you do it down the streets at nighttime.
Also, you can kill one another.
Also, you can kill one another if you want.
I like the... See, I'm imagining in my mind a world in which freestyle racing is like... has like parkour and shit, you know? It's like racing across the city and you gotta like vault over buildings and shit. And I'm like, fuck, I wish that shit was
when
in
you
the
run
movie.
from the cops.
Yeah. You and your friends piss off the cops and see who gets caught last.
Jungle Pocket said ACAB.
Jungle Pocket did say ACAB, that's true.
I feel like this is true. Welcome to Soulmates.
Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to Soulmates, where we talk about all our favorite little guys in all our favorite little games. I'm Ivy Fox. Actually, I guess you can find me a place now, because now I have social media against my better judgment. You can find me at Ivy Fox is writing. Nope, Ivy Fox is typing on Blue Sky. Although there's hyphens, so it's Ivy-Fox-is-typing on Blue Sky.
That's too many hyphens.
I'm sorry. It just
two maximum for a read, I feel.
It just looked bad as one word.
It's okay.
Put a bunch of hyphens in it. Anyway, you can find me on Blue Sky. I talk about my writing and editing work there. I also write a daily Yuri mini-fic, so you can check that out.
Yuri mini-fic.
Yeah. My daily mini Yuri fic today was quite good. You can also find this show, Soulmates, the one you're listening to, anywhere you get your podcasts. You can find it, Apple Spot, and also on YouTube. Where you can leave us a little comment and a like and subscribe wherever you get us. You know, we're independent. We have no marketing. We have no sponsors. And frankly, I don't want any of those things. So the best thing that you can do is leave us a 5-star review or leave us a like. Follow the podcast. Give us a subscribe. Anything that helps us with the algorithm. And be our own personal algorithm by recommending the show to your friends.
Wow.
Joining me as always from across the starting gates at the Satsuki show, about to run the race of their life, it's Ash!
Hi, I'm Ash. I didn't put a lot of sauce on that one. I run the show's. Wait, hold on. I shouldn't start that. I should do a joke first.
Yeah, it's Ash's joke time.
Sorry, everyone. Hold on. Let me do this over. Hi, I'm Ash. You can find me at doing sort of professional, competent academic things. Like I'm sort of well prepared for a career in the arts, which is the description of what I'm supposed to be in order to win this award I'm applying for. And in so doing, I realized I didn't have a lot of sort of impressive artsy stuff to put on my resume, so I put down Soulmates Podcast. Which, to be fair, is a serious art critique podcast. I feel like it would be kind of a poser move if I didn't put her on there, to be honest, considering how much I talk about how it's a serious art crit podcast. But that's sort of what I'm up to. I run the show's social media at soul-mates-podcast.tumblr.com, an appropriate amount of hyphens. You can support the show by going to ko-fi.com/ivyfoxart, all one word, no hyphens. You can support me specifically and no one else at ko-fi.com/asherlark. And you can always send me things in the Tumblr Ask box, like what or why. Back to you.
In this season of the show, season ? We're talking about the characters from Umamusume, a blend of cute, appealing horse girls with classical Japanese horse racing.
Yep.
Sort of roughly in their words. Right, I forgot the other part. Our art, it's by Rygarden. You can find them on Instagram. Our music is by Sueños Electrónicos. You can find them on Bandcamp. I think that's it. I did that out of order, so I'm confused, but I think that's all the things, right?
Yeah, basically.
Great!
I can't think of anything we're missing.
Should we explain what's happening?
So, here's what's up.
What's up?
We were going to record an episode today about Mahjong Soul. We are recording it a week late because Takoyaku is very busy as the Mahjong tournament we're running. But whether we recorded it a week ago or today, the mahjongsoul.club, our sort of go-to website for being the only competent Mahjong Soul fan wiki, is down. And briefly we were worried that it was going to be down forever, which would probably be bad for business. But no, it seems like they're just doing weird shit to it, which they do frequently. But because there's literally no other competent Mahjong Soul fan wiki, as we found looking extensively, we literally cannot find a place to look at all of the images that we would normally look at for an episode. We tried, the fandom wiki, we tried wiki.gg. I looked at several small wikis that had stuff archived and there was just nothing. We looked at the Mahjong Soul game client and we could find almost every image except for one. But this is a huge hassle, and Ivy just went to go see a movie.
Yes. My dear friend of the podcast, Harry, if you're listening to this, Harry, I'd like to say poke. My dear friend, we do co-working every week, and last week, Harry was like, oh, I should go see the Umamusume movie. And I was like, do you want to see it together? Just because it's fun to do things with your friends. And so we went and saw it after co-working this week. And then I come home and we're like, well, what should we do? And I'm like, I'm just rambling about the Umamusume movie. Umamusume, beginning of a new era. And we're just like, I guess let's do an Umamusume beginning of a new era special episode.
It's like, I didn't want to move the schedule forward, to do other stuff, and I don't know, last time we like didn't have a good idea for an episode after things went wrong. We just started doing season 2, which was fun. And so it, it seemed like a good time to just do like a random episode. Also, we're constantly lamenting the fact that we didn't just do Umamusume last summer. Literally all the time, we're like, God damn it, we should have just done Umamusume. It's a good, I mean, not, necessarily saying it's a good video game, although some people will say this.
Wow.
I played it for a while. It's pretty good. That's not a lambast. It's just not what we're talking about.
Such a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm just saying that this is not an accurate reflection of the discourse that we're having. It's just really popular.
yeah. I looked at the numbers for our first summer when we did like Arc Nights, which was sort of having a moment and was really big. And then I looked at the number,
fake Grand Order.
Fake Grand Order. And then I looked at the numbers for this previous summer, and I was like, because we talked about doing an Umamusume, we were like, nah, that's too mainstream. And I'm like, should have just bucked up and done a fucking Umamusume. It would have been fine.
We would have done numbers. So this is our episode to do numbers with. It's we're gonna talk about the main guys that appear in the movie, and just sort of go over the Medusa stuff.
Do you want me to tell you about the movie?
I would love some background on what happens in the movie.
Should I just talk about the movie? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do like a plot summary for you necessarily, because that's boring. You can look up a plot summary on. Here's my impression of.
You can look at it on the wiki page on umamusu.wiki for Beginning of a New Era.
Here's kind of my own. Here's the plot summary of me watching the movie. The first half of the movie. Sorry, not the first half of the movie. The first half an hour of the movie is just kind of like it's Umamusume stuff. If you've seen any Umamusume anime, it's that stuff. It's like we're having a charming little high school time, jungle pocket, poke. And everyone throughout the whole movie, like every 5 seconds, someone is yelling poke. Jungle Pocket, she's very charming. She's kind of butch. She's very kind of like, rah, I'm gonna be the champion. Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's standard stuff, but she's charming. She's got her like harem of little followers. And she has a rival, which is Agnes Tachyon, who is like literally killing herself to run as fast as possible. And so like we have they're Agnes Tachyon beats her at the Satsuki show, but then she destroys her foot before the Japan Derby, and so Jungle Pocket wins
from the video game.
Wins in her place. Also, thing that I learned. The events of this movie are based on things that happened in real races that happened in real life. Which is
for some reason you can't really find this on the Jungle Pocket page, but the Agnes Tachyon page has a history of Agnes Tachyon, the real racehorse, as well.
Harry kept like in the theater. There were 6 people in the theater. There were us 2, and there were 4 other people who were also definitely all gay.
Absolutely.
Harry kept like leaning over in the middle of the movie to like be like, you know how she's yelling because at the end of this race the real Jungle Pocket did a big whinny. And I was like, Anyway, so it's that we get to a climax, and then there's a little denouement, where like, we're sort of like we're celebrating the victory, but we're sort of lamenting the fact that we didn't get to beat our rival. And then I was like, okay, the movie's almost over. And then the denouement just lasts for an entire other hour. And it gets really slow. It gets almost like Evangelion, the way it's just like, it's super slow. God. There's constant visual metaphors of her, like, she sees Agnes Tachyon like running away from her above the speed of light, like constantly, and she has like visions of her own ghost pushing back against her and shit, and it's just that for like half the movie in the middle of the movie. We get like shots
Holy
of Agnes
shit.
Tachyon sort of like curled up in her weird lab room that is increasingly filled with garbage to the point where like at their final encounter in the lab room, like you can't even see her because she's surrounded by so much garbage. And she's like freaking out because she's like, you know, I've trained Jungle Pocket into being the ultimate science experiment, but I want to race too, but I won't admit it to myself, and so she's and anyway, and it just gets
So
really
like an hour more Yuri.
There's just an hour of kind of like denouement, like Yuri smoldering bullshit, and then at the very
hour more of Yuri smoldering bullshit.
an hour of Yuri smoldering bullshit, and then at the very end, we race in the Tokyo Cup or whatever, it might just be called the Japan Cup. And we win that race, and then the movie's over.
Great.
And then also there's an extremely out of place idol concert that looks bad. and then
oh,
it's
like what happens in Umamusume?
And
Yeah.
then the lights come up and it's time to go. And it was just
that
like,
seems reasonable to me.
It's so artful. The animation is really beautiful. It's done with a lot of care. It's very stylized in a lot of different ways. It obviously like takes inspiration from a lot of different kinds of cinema. It's a really like artfully done movie. And in that first half hour, I was like, I'm just gonna sitting here watching an advertisement for 2 hours, but it's a very pretty advertisement. And then it starts getting into this kind of like horrible, like Yuri longing to destroy my body to defeat you shit. And I was like, okay, this movie is actually about something, but it's also so weird. And it was just
But then there's an hour more of smoldering Yuri.
It's just like an hour of like summertime, like fucking Evangelion cicada Yuri smoldering. Like, you know what I mean?
And then they do a bad concert.
Yeah, and then we beat TM Opera O, who's incredible, even though she literally she says like 2 things throughout the movie. And
that's all you need to hear
both
from
of them
TM
are just
Opera
like
O.
her doing a monologue about like, you questing knights come to add to my I was like, all right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know something. I haven't played any
the idea of what
Umamusume.
she's about.
Oh yeah, no. But I just like it was such a strange. Meanwhile, Manhattan Cafe is like, you know, just kind of this weird side character who's just has her own plot going on, where she's doing Yuri with a ghost, with a storm ghost, a ghost.
She's always doing this.
A ghost made of lightning, and I'm like, I don't know. I came out. I had a lot of fun. It's just a very strange movie.
Awesome. This seems to be sort of how most like not anime movies, the specific genre of like movie based on a gacha game goes, where it's like it's really high budget and really strange. And it kind of sucks.
But also they're really going for it. Like they really want it to be like a real piece of art. And
This seems like
that.
what the Bandori movies are like.
Yeah.
Based on my limited experience.
Uh-huh.
It's also what the Project Sekai movie is like.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Burb. That movie's kind of bad.
Wow. Kill him.
It's kind of bad, but they really go for it.
Anyway, so we're just going to talk about like the sort of the 6 primary characters in the movie, which are sort of the top 6 people listed in the movie cast. We should just go down these in order. Let's just talk about Jungle Pocket. Also, we're mostly going to talk about their just race outfit and original design.
Yeah.
And sort of just touch on their main and Stardust. or starting future, whatever.
Starting future.
I don't care. Sorry. They didn't even, like, when they did the Idol concert, they weren't even in their starting future, like, Idol outfits. They were just in their normal outfits.
Yeah, they're in their race outfits. The starting future outfits aren't their Idol outfits. They're, like, the race outfits you use before you up-tie them enough to get their real race outfits.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, we're mostly going to look at their sort of, like,
I've played Umamusume, the game.
We're mostly going to look at their sort of real outfits, the race outfits, and compare with the original design. However, and we're starting with Jungle Pocket. These are all the things. However, I would like to go through her traits really quickly. A thing that I just noticed. Likes huddling, tree climbing, singing first. Blah blah blah. Ears, for some reason, sometimes birds on them. When she's near
She's a
Fuji
Disney
Kiseki,
princess.
it flaps like crazy. Is her tail? It's kind
That's
of
not who
weird.
she's doing Yuri with.
It's not like she has a little bit of Yuri with Fuji, but mostly it's just like that's her mentor. Mostly she's doing Yuri with Agnes, and so this is she has a habit of licking her lips when her mood rises. I don't know. I think it's kind of like.
What a weirdo.
I think it's kind of weird that they. I mean, I end up like, what else are you gonna do? She's named Jungle Pocket, but like they kind of put this like weird sort of like jungle savage, for lack of a better way to put it, sort of like aesthetic on her, but like only a little bit. And it's kind of. It's a little strange to me.
No, to get into it a little bit, if you look at her, I'm going to sort of switch between these pretty fluidly. But if you look at her original design, I don't know if it's just the way that they've shaded her hair, or if they like intentionally put a little bit of this leopard print that she's wearing like in her hair originally in the design, which doesn't really appear in the final. But it does really amuse me.
She is. Again. She's like, she's just kind of wearing like she's honestly so dressed like a JoJo character. She's like one of the most dressed like a JoJo character of anyone in the movie.
Does it help that the entire like stretch of skin from the middle of her ribs to right below her navel is exposed?
It really does. But like she's got the overall. She's got this like crazy jacket that's like kind of a motorcycle jacket. It's like a cropped motorcycle jacket. Yeah. She's got like a skirt with some like metal JoJo looking things, and then her top, which is like this like laced crop top, but then also with another top over top of it.
I know.
I don't know what's up with
kind
that.
of hate this thing.
I also like when they showed off her race design that she started from the back, and I was like, cool jacket. What the fuck is up with the top? What is going on?
It's like she's wearing she's wearing lingerie, and then she's like covered it with something else. It's very, very weird.
But then she's just
got
this
also like
sorry,
I don't know. She's the most like her design requires her to be sort of flat chested, which is fine. But it like kind of almost weirds me out the way that she's dressed in this context. That she's just got like this strappy black thing, and then like a bra cloth over it, and then the overall straps over. Like I don't.
It is kind of like, oh, this is. I really hope that this doesn't come across terribly. Sometimes people are flat-chested, but it does sort of like, it does kind of have the feeling of like, you know, pageants for like 6-year-olds.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's got that vibe. I'm with you.
Right?
It's like it's even worse in her original design. I sort of like better as a piece of art. In almost all aspects, but that aspect sort of feels worse.
Yeah. It is much more obvious that she's meant to be quite short in her original design. Which I appreciate. You know, she's got like, she's so lithe for being that short, but she's got pretty, you know, like stocky legs and then like a little torso. But it's like, and then in her actual, I mean, I'm pretty much always going to prefer the original design to some degree, because the original design is like a piece of painted art, and then the, like, race image is just like a render
Uh-huh.
of a 3D model.
Uh-huh.
But either way,
the original art is painted quite well to do a little soulmates and our soulmates. Like I do. You're right about her legs. She has quite strong legs, which makes sense on account of all the running.
She's a horse.
She's a horse.
They don't always do this though.
She's so
also
gaunt.
Horses have pretty skinny legs.
You can see. Yeah, sort of. I mean, they have skinny, like. Oh my god, I forget. They got big thighs, is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm. Little calves, little shins.
Yeah. You can see like you can see her rib cage because she like hasn't eaten enough, and it's kind of awesome, but it's also kind of scary. I'm like, give her like a cake. Why
Literally.
is she so?
Give her a carrot cake.
Why is she so gauntly skinny?
Give her an Uma burger.
Give her an Uma burger. Anyway, and then she's got, on top of her fucking, but then under her, like, JoJo-ass outfit, she just has this random, like, leopard print rug hanging off her ass.
I know!
And,
I
like,
said she was wearing leopard print, but that's not even really accurate. She's got this crazy skirt with the, like, you know, the straps underneath it and a slit, and then also just, like, a piece of... It's more like fur in the original design and much less like that in the render. But it's just like a piece of other cloth. It's just like, and also here's my leopard skin.
Yeah, it's just like she just has like a rug. She's just carrying around a leopard rug. What's up with that?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's got a little bit of leopard print on her boots.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, for a very shoes-focused game, not so huge on these boots.
No? You don't like these boots?
No.
Damn.
I think they're fine, but, like, I don't know. It's the fact that they're, like... They're basically... Oh, my God. I've been trying... You know the hospital slippers? Not, like, the little grippy socks, but that are just basically, like... mesh that you put around your foot that cinches at the ankle.
Sure.
The fact that they're like those, first of all, they have like a little bit of a tongue, but really they're just sort of like, you can look at the way that they scrunch on the original design. And also the fact that they're not like laced, they just have these like black bars. I'm like, you could do better, is all I'm saying. Also, I don't understand the gray, like, bumpy nose.
What?
It looks better in the
It looks better in the boots generally look better in the render IMO.
They do look better in the render.
I like that she's a ruffian who's like doing rough and tumble street races, and she has steel-toed boots. She has work boots.
That's actually fair. Now that I can see that they're steel toes, that's fair.
Yeah, she's grippy. Yeah, she's always like making a banging sound whenever she's walking around, because in the movie, because she has like these,
that's cute.
These big work boots. Oh my god, there was this moment, I forgot to say this to Harry, but there was this moment in the movie where there's like a steam engineer themed Uma. Do you know who this is?
No, you would have to describe them more.
It like fuck. They're wearing like an engineer's jacket, and I think they have the word steam in their name. Hang on, if I just search up steam.
Perry Steam?
Perry Steam! Yes, there's a moment in the movie where Perry Steam activates her ability and starts running really fast.
Oh my god.
And when she does this, a steam whistle does play. And I did appreciate that random detail.
Perry Steam is so hot. She's not like a real horse in the video game. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
She's not in the video game.
She's not in the video game? She shows up as a cameo in the movie, as if she's in the
awesome.
video game.
I like her. She has like a fake name though. She's not like the actual name of the racehorse that she is Kurofune, and they've named her Perry Steam based on Commodore Perry.
Okay, well, she was a cool character in the movie.
Which is awesome.
What?
I like her a lot. I like her weird little epaulets.
She was great. I can't believe she's a fake horse they made up for the
She's
movie,
a fake horse.
so that they could play a steam whistle when she runs fast.
What the fuck?
Anyway, Jungle Pocket. I generally like her design. Like she has the stupid little horseshoes everywhere are quite cute. The belts on her jacket and the belt on
You'll
her
get
belt.
used to this.
I like her hair too. How it's just kind of like sort of hastily kind of pinned together and tied up in a weird little knot. Gives her a lot of personality.
I love a like messy bun that's not quite as messy as it appears, because it's got like a whole braided thing going on. It still, gives that impression. They really kind of neuter this pose in her render here on the wiki. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she looks so fucking bashful. In her original art, she looks like Jungle Pocket. She looks like, yeah, I'm gonna punch you in the goddamn face. There's a part at the beginning of the movie where she goes up to Tachyon, who's like doing her computer research, and she spins her around and she almost punches her in the face. And I'm like, let's go. Now it's a movie.
I was gonna say I don't really understand the hairpins that she has in. I don't think they're necessary for this design, and they are just kind of weird. It's like, let me do some weird, jagged little hairpins.
I would agree with that. A lot of the Umas in the movie, I noticed, have a lot of just like weird shit in their hair. I understand they have to have the ear thing, but they just have a lot of like shit in their hair all the time.
Yeah,
and this is
I don't know why they do this.
This is just
They're
like a
distinctive
Japanese
enough on their own.
Yeah, this is just like a Japanese character design thing to some extent.
Maybe.
But, like, I appreciate when we are reasonable about this. And, like, people have, like, one clip in their hair. And it's like, this is a recognizable
She
clip.
already has a big shine in her hair that's, like, part of her character design. She's fine.
Yeah, and she has her little earrings. Anyway, I'm quite fond of
I
Jungle.
love the earrings, and I love the little, like, notch in her other ear, which is, like, more understated in her race outfit, but more overstated in her original design. She's a ruffian.
I like Jungle Pocket. I wish that she was like a little bit more coordinated. Like she has this kind of like, with the steel-toed boots and the jacket and like, kind of this like, sort of not school regulation slitted skirt and stuff. She has this very kind of like street biker vibe. Like specifically, she feels like a biker. But then like the leopard print stuff is fine, but this top really doesn't do it for me, and it's odd, and I don't understand why it's like that.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit like forced in just on the fact that whenever they have a character who's wilder like this, quote unquote, she's got jungle in the name. They have to make her like ooh. They just try to make them show more skin.
Yeah.
This is just a thing that they do.
But I feel like if she just had
like, whatever.
If she just had like a, I don't know, if she just had this like tied tube top, it would look fine. I don't know why it has to be this 2-layered thing.
I don't know why it's the bow on it.
And the bottom layer has to be like lace. Honestly, yeah. I think with just the top or bottom layer, one could make an argument. But like them together really throws me.
And then the suspenders. Anyway.
Yeah.
They're cute in theory, but they don't go with the rest of the outfit at all.
She just looks so much like a part 4 JoJo character.
The suspenders contribute to this, I think.
Oh, absolute. Part 4 JoJo has so many fucking suspenders in it. It's crazy. Anyway, starting future doesn't look like anything, but I do really like the posing that they've done for her here. It's really good. The sort of like
I like her. I like
behind.
her starting future pose a lot more than I like her main pose. IMO.
Yeah, it looks good. It's very sort of like eat my dust, asshole.
Her main pose has a little bit too much Kaguya-hime stance disease.
A little bit, yeah.
Where it's like, she's supposed to be like, peppy and confident, but mostly she looks like she's about to fall over.
Oh yeah, she sort of looks like, she really has to go to the bathroom. Get out of the way!
Kind of like actually pathetic, which I don't like.
Yeah. That's not her. She has to be, she's a little pathetic, but kind of not in this way.
I like that she's a shorty. I wish that this was more evident in her actual race outfit, but whatever.
Do they have her height? 158 centimeters. Wow, that is short.
She's a little guy.
Yeah.
I mean, she's actually like the same height as Agnes Tachyon.
Yeah, Agnes Tachyon.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, should we talk about Agnes Tachyon?
Let's talk about Agnes Tachyon. Oh my god, I like her. I like her, and I do want to briefly diverge to talk about her main and her starting future. Just because we were talking about this before the show started. They put so much juice in Agnes Tachyon. She's so much of a guy. It's like, sometimes they put guys in Umamusume who are just like, yay, I like being here. And then sometimes they put guys in Umamusume who are like the most guy in the world. And Agnes Tachyon is the latter. And so I really like her main outfit pose where she's looking at you like a freak. She's looking at you scary style. And then I really like her starting future pose where she's doing this big, showy, like, gesture, like she's on the stage, but she still has her mouth open with her, like, hand by her chin,
her
like
scary
she's
mouth.
sizing you up to eat you.
Her scary mouth is really, really good here. And just like,
she's so scary.
It's a really good. Hey, what is with this starting future's shirt that is being consumed by her boobs? What's up with that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
This is all of the starting future outfits are the same. I don't know. I don't know why they did that. It really freaks me out. Also,
I'm gonna eat you like how my boobs are eating this shirt.
True.
I will say, so Agnes Tachyon in the movie is fucking great. She's really funny. When she runs, she gets this kind of like, I'm sure it's a reference to Space Odyssey 2001. She gets this like Space Odyssey 2001 like streams of rainbow light going, as she like, attempts to reach the speed of light. And also just like random math equations start floating through the screen. It's really, really fucking funny. But like, juxtapose that with this fucking stupid outfit with like the fucking anime sexy sweater and the big stupid coat.
She's perfect.
It drove me fucking crazy anytime they introduced a new guy who is dressed like this, and I'm like, but what about air drag? What do you mean she's going faster than everyone else?
Race outfit?
Yeah, what do you mean she's going faster than the speed of light? What about her air drag on this big coat with her big fucking sleeves?
Hold on. I have to interrupt you for a second. I did want to point out, I just remembered that all of these guys have a section at the bottom of their, like, little sidebar that has their personal pronoun, which is really cool. I think more wikis should do this for Japanese media. But Jungle Pocket calls herself Ore, which is a, like, generally gender-neutral / like, plural / formal. Watashi is a pretty standard female pronoun, and then specifically TM Opera O calls herself Boku because she's a butch. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Everyone uses Watashi except for Jungle Pocket and TM Opera O.
The butches. It's a very butch-forward movie in a lot of ways.
It's a butch-forward movie. I want to know how much fucking insane Yuri potential Agnes Tachyon has just as a concept. Because look at her traits. Okay. Never ever touch her ears or forehead. Okay. This is awesome to me. I love a girl who has firm personal boundaries. Always cuts her own hair when it grows too long. You're gay. Frequent purchase. 18-liter drum of ethanol. Super sweet tube of whipped cream. Secrets. She carelessly buys her clothes online, so they usually don't fit. I don't know, man. She's just like a perfect Yuri object. I don't know how to describe the way that all of these things, like, make you a perfect Yuri object. If any of these things describe you, parenthetical, you're always buying 18-liter drums of ethanol, you have strict personal boundaries about where you can and cannot be touched, or you carelessly buy your clothes online. Then I regret to inform you that you might be a perfect Yuri object.
Wait, hang on a second.
Anyway, this is one where the art style difference between the render and the original art is very, very distinct.
It is, and I actually kind of like. I'm kind of not a huge fan of the original art here.
Fascinating.
One, I think it activates my I don't like this brain, because it looks a little bit like it's a render from Danganronpa.
No, it doesn't, but fair enough.
Sorry.
Sorry, but this is just an incorrect opinion, but fair enough.
Two, I just like, she has a kind of like dazedness to her in her posing, in her render, that I just like. I quite like it. I'm quite drawn to it. This just kind of like staring open mouthed into the distance, almost like drooling. I'm fond of it. She feels a little bit more like in control in the original art render, in a way that I'm less compelled by.
I personally think that her expression in the render is like doesn't quite do it for me, just because she looks too nice.
Yeah.
But like I also agree that in the original art she looks a little bit too focused. So I would like something in between these two things.
Yeah, I do. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry I said something about Danganronpa. I shouldn't do that.
This isn't about me enjoying Danganronpa. It just doesn't look like that.
It is like a nicely painted piece. Like, I really like how this coat is painted, actually. It's like these tubes look nice. It's just like a nice coat. It's a fucking crazy coat. Why does it have so many zippers?
Oh my god!
She bought this to cosplay a Final Fantasy character.
Literally,
and is using it as
I
a
love
lab
the cuts
coat.
in the sleeves. They're so weird.
And then
non-functional.
And then also she has this like fucking collar with her stupid tiny tie over her fucking sweater. It's crazy.
I will say I think the tiny tie looks better in the render, because in the original art it looks almost like it is supposed to be like that. In the render it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's a nice looking
a thing that I prefer about the original art is just these brass zippers. I think all of the materials are rendered much more lovingly, obviously, in the original art. And so you've got these brass zippers and these like, little leather holsters for her glass tubes.
Yeah,
and all of this shit. And then in the render, it's like, I don't know, it's a zipper.
See,
it's some tubes.
It's time for me to make a comparison that's true.
Okay.
She really looks like a character from Arknights. Like 100%.
I was gonna say she really looks like a character from Reverse 1999.
That's fair.
I don't think you know anything about that game, but I'm right about this.
I've heard of it. I forgot all of my nascent knowledge of it. Sorry.
If you just look up Reverse 1999 and go to the Images tab, you'll understand exactly what I mean.
Okay, I'll do this. Reverse 1999. Oh, she does look like she's from Reverse 1999. I do think that, like, I just think that her lab coat in the art render is just kind of like rendered with the particular sort of painterly techie style of like a coat from Arknights. It just looks like a coat from Arknights.
I think these zippers don't help.
No, absolutely
the Arknights-ness. The big diamonds on them are super Arknights.
She has blue highlights. She has lots of like metal details. Girl is from Arknights.
Can we talk about her earring that's just a molecule?
I love her molecule. I actually didn't realize there was an earring in the movie. It looked like a hair clip, but that makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. It's really distinct. They love to sort of highlight it to kind of make her look like Agnes Tachyon. They love to like cheat this into the shot, as just like a little sort of shot of blue.
Which, to be fair, they don't really need to do, because nobody has hair quite like this. That's like this messy and weird. But it does make her look more like Agnes Tachyon.
On sort of her specific details, I love her scary shutter eyes. Like, I don't really know what's up with them, but
why she
got scary shutter eyes.
Look at her mane. It's like she's scanning you.
Yeah, she is. Her hair really looks messy in the mane. They do a good job of like putting personality.
I love her ahoge that is like, always in this weird little S shape.
Fucks.
She's perfect.
Oh my god.
More girls in media should have hair that looks like shit. They cut it themselves and they never take care of it.
Anyway, I love her. The movie opens with her like her and Jungle Pocket are like walking through the infinite Yuri hall where the horses do Yuri before the race. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And she does like
I know about the infinite Yuri hall.
She does do the Umamusume Yuri thing, which is you jump at someone and you feel up their thighs and their calves, and you're like, oh, you have beautiful legs. I can't wait to race against you, wink.
Do you think this is what horse courtship is like? You have beautiful legs?
Only between girls.
Oh, okay, only between girls.
Yeah.
Things they actually changed about her outfit versus the original design. First of all, she no longer has she now has a zipper in the back of her coat so that her tail can come out of it, which I think is a cute solution to this problem. In her original art, her tail is just inside the coat, which I understand they can't do because she has to be three snakes.
She has to be snakes, yeah.
They also changed her boots a little bit, which I think is a shame because I really like these boots from the original design. They're so, I mean, this is just like a textures thing in some sense. But they've got this little fabric ribbing in between the two like leather parts of the tongue, and then behind the ankle is like, ugh, it's so good. It's so perfect. And part of it is just that in the race outfit, you can't like, in this particular pose, you can't see that they're heels as well, so you can't see the structure of them that well. But they also just like, in the same way that it doesn't have the same love for materials in general, they have like de-sexified this beautiful bit of fabric.
Yeah, it in the art render, it almost looks like it's a fan. But in this one, it just sort of becomes a little sort of like corduroy, stretchy bit, which is a shame. And also the boots lose some of their dimension. Like you can see the stitching better, but that you can see the cording. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like they're much flatter. They don't have the
like the piping.
The piping. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. The piping is all but gone, which is a real shame.
I know. It's also like her foot is just shaped differently here.
Also, if you look at the coat too much, you'll realize that the zippers look like absolute shit.
They really do look like shit in this one.
They look terrible.
Sorry, guys.
They look like they're from the Nintendo 64.
They look so good in the actual painted image, and yet they look like shit in the 3D model. Make it make sense.
Yeah, just come on. You can do like a little bit better. Like I understand I understand that it's a phone game. You can do a little bit better.
I do appreciate her like collared shirt that she's wearing underneath the sweater that pokes out and has a little bit of white there. Anyway, she's got like a billion cute little design details that I think are like perfect and beautiful.
Yeah,
and I think she's perfect.
Yeah, I think she's a perfect Yuri object. You're absolutely correct.
I would not touch her ears or forehead.
She just loves to watch women. She just loves to like. She loves to just sit in her like weird little science room surrounded by garbage and just like
surrounded by 18-liter drums of ethanol and super sweet tubes of whipped cream.
Yeah, and just like stare at women moving their bodies all day. That's what she's into. Don't judge.
And it is in a gay way.
It is, yeah. She has
I
to
don't think
find.
she's afraid to say
She has
it.
to find out everything about them. She has to discover their limits.
Yeah. Her
Yeah.
only agonies are sort of personal. She's totally like, I love women.
Um,
She's talking about Manhattan Cafe.
we should, and then maybe take a break? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Manhattan
Like 3 out of
Cafe.
6.
Um,
I also really like her.
she's like always chasing. She's always with her friend.
She's always with her
I
friend
don't
who's a
really.
ghost.
Manhattan Cafe was really like the character in the movie where I was like, okay, I'm supposed to have played the game first. Because like this is just not as clearly, and like I got it by the end, but like this was just not super clearly explained for a while. But she has like a friend who in the movie is rendered as being made of lightning. I don't know what's up with that. She's like made of
I don't know what's up with that.
lightning, who she's constantly racing, and she's like, you know, she's constantly watching other people to see if they'll defeat her friend, and she's like, no, I must race fast, but to beat my lightning friend. And like, what's up with that?
Also, her friend is like actually supposed to be like Sunday Silence, who is a real horse that does not exist in Umamusume, but is like the real Manhattan Cafe's sire.
Uh-huh.
This is supported by several things in the text, so it's not important. You can look at the trivia section. Which is funny to me, because they are just doing yuri together.
Uh-huh.
But none of the horses are related in the way that they are in real life in the game meaningfully anyway, so...
Uh-huh.
Look at her race outfit and tell me that she's not like a perfect guy. I really, really, really. This is like we've hit 2 guys that I just really like from Umamusume.
They're both in the movie. They're friends. They hang out.
They're both in the movie, and I really like them.
Uh-huh.
She's quite knowledgeable about deep sea fish.
This art render is fucking crazy.
This art render is from Arknights.
I don't know. I think it might be slightly too good to be from Arknights.
That might be true.
No offense.
Look how scary she is.
Wait, I just learned that Mean Girls was filmed in Toronto. Anyway,
That makes sense.
she's so, her eyes are so freaky, freaky eyes.
But like she has so little swag comparatively in the main and starting future, but she's like, oh no, I'm just a little horse girl. What do you do? And then you look at her race outfit and she's like, actually, I'm scary.
Yeah, I don't get her starting future pose at all. Like, she's
I
supposed to
know.
be like a
It,
scary
pisses me
ghost
off.
girl. Why is she like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa? Like, what's her problem?
She's like she's not even like that.
I think even her render is kind of like, whatever.
It's a little bit more sheepish than her. Well, I mean, it's hard to get more, direct than her original design.
Uh-huh.
Where
But,
she's
like,
like, I'm
she-
not afraid of anything, and also I'm from fallen London.
Yeah, like if you look at the original design, there's like no question that it's like, this is spooky ghost girl. It's like she has a fancy coat, but she has a fancy coat because she's like anachronistic and she's a spooky ghost girl. She has a cup of coffee because she's Manhattan Cafe, I assume. Which is a really good name. One of my favorite names that
It's
I've come
pretty good.
across. Manhattan
She
Cafe
looks like a
is
scary
quite good.
detective.
Uh-huh. But like in her render, which like just doesn't really do much for her, you could be tricked into just being like, oh, this is a rich girl. Her thing is being a rich girl.
Yeah.
Right? She's got she's got all this gold filigree and all these like fancy belts and like jewelry and like a little tie, and it's like, oh, this is a rich girl. I understand. She's Manhattan Cafe. She's kind of like, you know, she's kind of a rich mid-Atlantic girl, and that is not her thing at all. And they just like
Her ear cuff is like a block of jade.
yeah, it's like a good design. I love this coat. I love like how
So
like sort
good.
of harmonious this is, and that has these like bits of sort of playful green that are really pleasing. I love her skirt, the like these kind of lotus petal layers of it. Um,
Yeah.
this like
I think I just like when this is probably just like a contrasting art style thing. I think that Umamusume's art style is so like flat anime girl, like it has such a tendency towards this that I'm inclined to like anybody who has like small details or visual depth in their designs. And Manhattan Cafe is the most like this. She's got filigree everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, baby. Make them work.
um yeah, like it's a really nice looking outfit, and it works in context. Like again, it works in context, like that she's a ghost girl and she's wearing this kind of like anachronistic kind of like early 19th century like styled outfit. Um but like just looking at this flat render, it doesn't super come across to me. And that
Yeah.
that might not even be like a huge issue. I'm not saying to be a spooky ghost girl she needs to like have a cursed arm or whatever like some people.
I mean,
Um
she does kind of have what is up with her
yeah, what's up
infinite
with her like
like gold sleeves?
ringlets? Are they
I
sleeves?
know.
Are they like ringlets? Like
I
what are
cannot tell
they?
whether or not they're supposed to be bands on her sleeves or
Yeah,
like
bangles. That's what
bracelets.
I'm looking for. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and then she's got the
don't.
black gloves, and it's like, what are you?
What is going on? But like I feel like I feel like you just kind of need her in motion. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like you know, her original art render gets it across, but like I wouldn't necessarily like spookify her design anymore. I just don't think that her thing comes across in static very well. And
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. Ultimately, and it
Yeah.
is a nice design. But it doesn't quite like sort of scream her personality per se. A little bit, but not per se in the way that the last two did,
Mm-hmm.
which is okay.
I do I do prefer looking at her race outfit render rather than I'm saying too many R's and they don't sound real anymore. Her race outfit render rather than her original design. Just because like as gorgeous as the original design art is, I will make absolutely no excuses for this. It's great. Um, you can see her worse.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so smoky that you just like can't really get all of the nice details of this design. And I
Mhm.
think the way that it's colorized is so good. I mean, you already got to a lot of this, but it's just like this like gunmetal gray blue is so nice, and the slight contrast with this more like navy black is just like everything to
Yeah,
me. I
yeah,
don't know.
absolutely. Yeah, just these sort of
And
like
you
shades
know,
of black. Very nice.
yeah, 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 yeah. I can appreciate that the like one pop of real color you get on the original design is the green star on her tie. I think the stars on her tie are a cute little detail for such an otherwise, you know, fancified girl. Um, Nevertheless,
Nevertheless.
you gotta give her this I don't know. I really like her. Okay, she's really good.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm fond of her. I hope she catches her lightning ghost girlfriend.
My one qualm with her design, honestly, is this white cowlick she has, which I
Uh-huh.
just don't think like matters enough to exist. If you're gonna give her a white streak in her hair, give her like an actual white streak in her hair.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like the white cowlick Ohage is really emphasized in the movie, just in the way
Mm.
she's shot to be like her one bit of like I'm spooky. I'm haunted because of my one bit of white hair. It's interesting. She is like very she throughout most of the movie she's sick. And so she's
That
like
makes
trying
sense.
to run races while being sick and is just like drenched in sweat. I really appreciated for like a movie full of anime girls how much sweat there is
They're doing
Uma
sports.
Musume beginning of a new era. They're just like they're drenched constantly. It's crazy. um anyway, should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
See you in 5.
See you in 5.
Wah. Wah.
君は私のモルモットではあるが、同時に助手でもあるんだ。しっかり働いてくれたまえよ。
And so that's really on my mind.
Uh-huh.
Listeners of the podcast, always keep in mind that you can just seize the means of production at any time. You can do it. You can just take over. If you and enough workers get together, you can just take over wherever you work.
This
This
true.
is a thing that you can literally just do.
You can literally do this.
It literally doesn't matter what field you work in. If you all decide that you would like to own the company instead of the owners, you can just abandon
You
them
can just do it.
and do it. I mean, it's not easy, but it is a thing that you can just do. Hi, welcome back.
The previous bit isn't our cold open, but it does open on listeners. You can just seize the means of production.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you can just do
Yeah.
this. Like, if do you hate your work? Just get everyone
Listener,
together.
Do you hate your job? Do your coworkers hate your job?
Just get everyone
your
together, leave, and start a co-op. And it'll be hard. But then you won't have to pay money. You won't have to pay like 90% of the income of the business to the C-suite.
Yeah.
You can just do this.
Imagine.
It's true. Anyway, hi, welcome back.
Hi, welcome back.
I think that Umamusume should like seize the means of production of the racing circuit.
I think that Dantsu Flame should seize the means of production.
I think that Dantsu Flame should seize the means of production absolutely. Anyway, it's Dantsu Flame.
It's Dantsu Flame.
I feel so normal about Dantsu Flame. Granted, she's sort of like she kind of has an arc in the movie, but not really. And mostly she's just there to sort of like cheer on like Jungle Pocket a little harder than everyone else, but she has like one race where she like really tries to do it, but she doesn't do it. But she's a cutie.
She's a cutie.
I got nothing against
I like
her.
I like her traits 100% accuracy on has your hairstyle changed a little questions. This is personally relevant to me. I recently asked a coworker, "Did you get a haircut?" and she was like, "No." And I was like, "This is the most embarrassing moment of my life." Do you ever do this? And it's like the most embarrassing moment of your life.
Uh-huh.
This also happens to me constantly, but I'm not sure why.
What? Sorry, it took her 3 days to decide the color of her ear covers. It's pink, obviously. It's the same pink as the rest of your outfit. What do you mean it took you 3 days?
I also feel like 3 days isn't really that long for a decision that's going to be the rest of your career.
Uh-huh. She keeps her own powdered cheese on hand. That's good.
That's the other one that I like. She keeps her own powdered cheese on hand.
She keeps the
Why?
damn thing on her.
She keeps it on her, but
She keeps
why?
the thing on her.
What does she need powdered cheese? What do you even use powdered cheese for?
To seize the means of production.
Fuck.
I am
To cheese the means of production.
Fuck. To cheese the means of production is an incomprehensible episode title. But
I know, I
maybe
was
if
thinking the same thing.
I just-
this has 0% to do with anything we talk about.
If I just put the words Umamusume in the title, maybe I can get away with titling it whatever I want.
Everyone will click on it anyway.
Yeah,
So it's
because it
fine.
says Umamusume and it has
'Cause it says
Umamusume
Umamusume on it.
in the thumbnail.
This is the start of Soulmates podcast clout chasing arc.
Yeah. What's the most cloutful gacha game right now? No, we can't do Genshin
It's
Impact.
Umamusume.
If we do Genshin Impact, Ash will die.
No, I will resign.
Yeah, then it's over.
One day we'll do Genshin Impact, but
Anyway, sorry to actually
we
talk
can't
about
do it earnestly.
to talk about Dantsu
We have to
Flame.
talk about Dantsu Flame.
I love this outfit. I think she's charming, but I love this outfit.
Can I be real?
Yes.
I like the outfit a lot, but I'm kind of more fond of the renders in her main and in fucking Starting Future than I am of the render in the race outfit.
Oh yeah, the cute little
and it's just because of the hair
sign.
And the pose, but the hair is much more like evident in those.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, the posing is really good in both of these. First of all,
as long as you don't look at the fabric being sucked in by her boobs.
Holy shit! Now I'm looking at it. Oh my god, she has such big boobs too. It's like
get in my black hole.
Yeah. I would agree with that. She does have like I do like her hairstyle. It's this kind of like, you know, the little bit of bang part. I really like her little race flag that she has from her ears.
I know.
It's a
Isn't
really
it cute?
of all the hair danglies, it really is the one that sticks out to me the most. You're correct. Her hair looks very good in those two. But I want to talk a little bit about her race outfit because I really like it. It is, you know, I don't know how we keep finding ourselves here, but it is a type of woman that we talk about a lot on this show for some reason, which is the sexy girls at the racetrack who wave the flag.
Okay, I don't agree with you.
No, it's not. I had to make that joke.
That's fair.
But I love
she
her
does
race.
have the checkers.
She does have the checkers. I love her raceway theme. I love the checkers. I love how this is sort of like a combination of kind of like a hot girl look with sort of like a jogging outfit. She's got sort of like the sports sweater with the leggings, really cute.
I was gonna say this is the look I was trying to make in Infinity Nikki yesterday and didn't quite have the like outfit pieces for.
Yeah.
This reference only makes sense to Ivy, but
Ash was trying to make an outfit for girl season.
If you remind me in the ask box, I'll post the picture of the outfit I made.
It's a good outfit. I might try and remember to remind you in editing. Anyway, but it's just like she's super sporty. This is such a practical race outfit, which is really funny.
Know.
But she's super sporty, but it also has shaping. This like weird like over sweater thing that's just sleeves is like super weird, but it also like adds this nice sort of adds some geometry to the outfit that it wouldn't otherwise have. Like, it's good. It's great. I love it. She looks great. I love this kind of like asymmetrical green and pink thing she has. Like, ooh, she's such a cutie.
I like that she's like almost transgender, but they went for teal. Because this is what I was trying to do in Infinity Nikki, was put as much pink and blue on the outfit as I could. This is one where like I understand what they're going for with the original design, but it doesn't really do it for me as much as the race.
Right. Sorry.
does.
Yeah. I was just looking at the race render. I have things to say about the original design art.
I get what they're going for. This is very much like a piece you could very easily plug into like the banner that pops up at the top of Steam when you open Umamusume. This is an image that could be in the queue up banner. But like the fact that you can't see the front of her outfit well enough to understand what's going on, and her boobs are cheated to the camera that much,
is
kind of a lot.
It is like a bit too porny of an image for my sort of Umamusume preferences. Like, she just has has the body proportions that she has, which is fine.
Yeah.
Although she's like significantly like skinny thicker in this than she is in her in-game render. In her in-game render, she's just sort of like normal skinny, like all of these girls are. In this one, she's got like she usually is like,
she's got that cinched waist.
Yeah, she got that cinched waist with that like, you know, little in the middle, but she's got a, you know.
Oh my god, she's got mon pubis in this one.
She's MC Hammered, and it's just like it's a lot of ass shots and a lot of big boobs, and it's so cheated to feature this that I'm like, Not that I...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the fact that you can see like her other boob coming in,
Oh my god. Yeah.
and it's like,
You
hold
can
on.
see the bottom of her cleavage, which is crazy.
I know. The thing is, and this is like the most commonly bandied about fact about Umamusume. This is all of your like, fun fact. But the girls can't even be that porny in this game. This is also why we can't do a full Umamusume season.
Yeah, because of the mafia.
Because of the mafia. What do we have to talk about? That's not true. We do a whole season on the company. But like, and so this is like the most that you're gonna get out of them. But even though she only has midriff exposed, it's still just like,
the proportions
it's a lot
are like,
in a way that Jungle Pocket isn't.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's not all about skin, people.
Uh-huh. It's just her ass and her tits are so cheated towards the camera to the point where like the way that her legs are positioned doesn't even quite make sense. And it's just like, come on, man. In fairness, I do like looking at the back of these shorts. It really emphasizes these sort of slits in the shorts that are quite fun.
I think the slits are great.
I do love this sort of like horseshoe ornament where her tail comes out of. Like that's cute. It's like there's cute things about this render. It's got some really like nice looking foreshortening, with this thing that this strap that comes towards the camera, and like her face looks really nice, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's painted pretty well. It's just like it's so like jarringly like this is an image of a girl's ass and tits in a way that like it's not even like. It's very complicated. Teenagers have sexualities. They can dress in sexy ways, etc., etc. But it's also like Dantsu Flame is also not. She doesn't. Her thing isn't even that she's like a seductress or whatever. They just like they give her the fat ass and the fat tits just kind of because. Just kind of because we might as well.
I really like the way that the top of her race outfit is laid. Oh, hold on. I literally got distracted from saying the thing I was about to say, which is shoe check. These shoes are great.
Oh yeah. These like big puffy.
Don't you want some pink high tops?
Yeah. Oh, they look so good.
I just like high tops. This is my
this
show makes me like shoes more than I ever have in my life.
They really look like they would cost like $500 and have like air soles.
Right?
Even though they look
and
like
also
shoes
they're white,
for children.
And I don't know what her like track specialty is, but even if you're running on turf, it's like, oh my god.
Oh yeah. She's up late at night with the toothbrush for real.
It's rough. Anyway, I like the way that the top of her race outfit is layered. I think that it works pretty well as like just a whole silhouette. I also like the individual, like hypothetically, if you were to take off this just sleeves part, I hypothetically also like this, top she has under it. And I definitely like the sleeves part just on its own merits. But like, I don't know. There's something about the whole arrangement that is like a little bit weird to me. And I'm not sure what it is because I like every part of it individually.
Right. Can I proffer you an option?
Sure.
Can I offer you a proption?
Can you offer me a proption?
Does or does it not look like if you undid this mysterious white ribbon around her midriff so they don't have to draw the bottom of this shirt, that she would fall into two pieces?
That's part of it, for sure.
Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Okay, yeah, you've helped me identify it, which is that I like a like cropped pink and white like high collar like skin tight shirt like this. I think that's cute. It's the fact that it like isn't a real garment that bothers me. It's got this asymmetrical bottom with the big bow, and it's like not really a shirt. It's more of just sort of like I don't know,
Yeah, and it's like it's
a
also
covering for the boob.
and it's also like it turn into black sleeves at the sleeves, or are these black sleeves yet another garment piece?
It's hard to say. Yeah, yeah. Wait, hold on. The lower black sleeves
The
I had
inner
not even
sleeves, yeah.
considered. Very,
Uh-huh.
very strange. I think the
Yeah.
whole thing comes together fine. I just, yeah, I want to be rid of the white bow and just have it like cut off like a crop top.
Yeah, I want her to be like I love her. I like her quirky little bits. I like her big zipper. I like her big sort of weird random belt things.
Mm-hmm.
The ribbon doesn't necessarily do it for me, although it adds a little bit of visual interest to her midriff, but it doesn't have to be like this extreme. And
Mm-hmm.
then like I I don't know. There are parts of her outfit that fall apart under scrutiny, which is like partially an us problem.
Yeah,
That just like
absolutely.
I kind of wish that like I could buy this shirt hypothetically at Hot Topic a little
Right.
bit easier. Instead, I'm
Yeah.
like I don't know how long the sleeves are. I don't know if she's wearing arm muffs. I mean, she could get those at Hot
Mm-hmm.
Topic. Um, it's these
This is one of
leggings
the
are
shirts
also
you can
really
get at
nice.
Karmiko with the star cutouts.
Uh huh.
But it or like a little shirt with a heart shaped boob window, but they
Mm-hmm.
made it weird for no reason.
Yeah.
Um,
It also
but like look at
like
the stripes on her leggings; they're so cool.
yeah, I was gonna say the leggings are like really, really perfect. Like
They really
athleisure
hit.
leggings. It also I also like I boob even on the render, boob comfort in this
Mm-hmm.
image is not great. It like it's
No.
she's too suctioned. Her top is too suctioned to the boob, and it just like for how like sporty she is. Um, this isn't an issue in general, even though they're all running, in the way that big coats aren't an issue in general, because that's not like
Mm-hmm.
wind drag is not the point. Like boob bounce is not the point of the making sure that people are dressed in like athletic appropriate sort of boob
Yeah, yeah,
compression isn't the point. But her whole thing is that she's supposed to look sporty and fast.
mm-hmm.
And having kind of unsupported boobs in this way that would just sort of flap in the wind,
Oh my
um,
god.
it makes
Again,
her
I
look
don't have boobs
less.
anymore, but
It,
like every time I look at a guy and think about them running, I can feel
again,
the feeling of boobs flapping in the wind, and it's so uncomfortable.
it's like
People who don't have boobs, I need you to understand this. It's like it's not just like an I don't want the boobs to jiggle cuz I'm a Puritan. No, it's like so
it hurts your
uncomfortable.
back. Yeah,
It hurts.
yeah, and so it's like
Boobs don't
and
even hurt that much. It's just like so much weight.
And some
Ah.
some people have very sensitive boobs.
Some people have
It's
sensitive boobs.
variable. If you have sensible if you have I've known people who have sensitive boobs and big boobs and back problems, and this is
Uh-huh.
this is a whole situation. Anyway,
The
it's like
triangle of sadness.
but this like boob flapping in the this like unsupportedness of her boobs
Mhm.
makes her look like I want her to look like the race car. I want her to look
Mhm.
less like the sexy woman who waves the flag at the racetrack, which
We're
I've looped
so
us back around
stupid.
to.
Yeah, I just really want her to have more support. It would make me feel better.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
I mean, it would make her feel better.
It would also make her feel better. I have maternal feelings towards her. I just want her to
We're getting
just-
we're getting in a bit to a character who, like, from what I saw of them in the movie, has like an insane chest region, but does
Mhm.
look very comfortably supported. And it ain't her per se.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, do you think we've talked for long enough?
I think we've
about
exhausted
boobs?
Dantsu
Yeah,
Flame. I had way more to say about her than I thought.
yeah, I like her. She's very charming.
I'd never seen her before, so
All right, is it time to bow down to the
TM
king?
Opera O.
TM opera. Oh, yeah.
Why is she like that?
She's great as fuck. Impromptu
She's so
opera
awesome.
performances.
Why is she like that?
She's only kind of a cameo in the movie. She's just kind of like she's just kind of like the final boss. She's not there for very long. She's thankful to her parents but she makes such an impression with her like one monologue. She's thankful to her parents for making a beautiful daughter like her is so
Ears. Hear
fucking
everything
funny.
as a compliment.
Uh-huh.
My favorite is Personal Rule. I always gift theater performances a flower stand, which is just a good... That's just nice. She's principled.
Uh-huh.
Always bring a bouquet to a theater performance, even if you don't know anyone there.
I always give theater performances of flowers. Oh, that's what that means. Yeah, that is good. Dislikes.
She's nice.
Seems.
I
to
mean, she's
glisten.
also like a huge asshole, but she's nice.
Oh my god, her. Hang on, let me quickly look at her mane. Her mane is totally fine, but doesn't quite get it across. She looks a little
She's
bit.
She's A-posing, so I don't really care.
She looks a little bit impotent, which is part of the thing, but like it's kind of whatever. How's the and also the starlet is like fine. She's this pose doesn't compel me terribly.
Starting heat is fine.
I've never seen this original design art though. This is crazy.
Isn't she awesome?
She is. She looks like a lion.
I think that this original design art is like some of the best. And part of it is because she's got thick ass thighs in it.
She's massive. She has massive thighs.
She's massive.
Oh my god, I love her like her tail like bangles.
Right.
It's
very, very different from how she ultimately ends up in some ways.
The coloring on this image is fucking crazy. They look like they picked these colors from fucking Candyland. Like, it's crazy.
She is the king of Candyland.
She is the king of She looks like a lion in this in a way that I can't quite express.
Right.
But she's just like, she's so doing all of it. It's crazy.
She looks like post-time skip Claude von Regan from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Uh-huh.
If you know, you know.
The fucking hang on, let me look at the race outfit a little bit. Yeah, a bunch of things do not come across in the race outfit.
Nope.
But this art render is amazing. The fucking rook, or maybe they're kings, but they don't have a crown. But like her chess piece, like gauntlet are crazy.
Oh yeah.
Her fucking like her form-fitting gladiatorial golden
oh my God.
like armor
I
piece.
think that they should have made the golden like midriff piece more chiseled in the race outfit. I would be mad about this forever.
She has fucking abs. Oh, and the race outfit, it's just kind of like a normal armor piece. What the fuck? Where's
general,
her abs?
She's like 10,000 times, and part of this is just like, you know, that she's under different lighting here, which makes her look kind of different.
Sure.
But like I'm things that I'm mad about. They didn't chisel her midriff as much as they should have. They turned this side cape into just like thin fabric instead of being a heavy as fuck ceremonial cape like it's supposed to be. Fucking I'm not mad about the fact that she's literally all like top heavy design and then she's just got like stockings. I think that's really funny. And I'm mad that they didn't keep her braided tail. I know that it would have been a pain, but it's so cool. Or not braided, but, you know.
Yeah, the side cape like isn't a side cape anymore. Like they change what kind of garment it is. In the original art, it is sort of like a heavy sort of King of England style side cape. In this, it's just kind of like a jacket, which is fine. It's a nice jacket. I love these sleeves that they've added, but it has like such a different effect.
Yeah, and they give her a pauldron on that side rather than making her super asymmetrical.
Yeah. I don't know.
They also reduced the size of these big pink and green ribbons that she has on the sides.
Yeah, like
I don't know. She comes across way more butch in the original artwork.
Yeah, they just kind of have like different. They have very different vibes. In the original artwork, she looks extremely royal. Like the cape does it. just like again, it's part of it is the lighting, but the cape does it. These medals are these, instead of being medals, they're more just sort of like these big sort of banisters hanging off of her boobs, which is crazy. The gold jewelry is much
Would that we
bigger
all
and
had big
heavier.
banisters hanging off our boobs.
I know. I think about this every day. Um, and then but the effect of what they do to her design in the game render is that she looks more like a military officer, right? Like she has both pauldrons. These ribbons now look like military medals, right?
Yeah.
And her armor is a lot more grounded, and she has a jacket. She has like an admiral's jacket. And so she looks like the head of the military instead of being like the king. I mean, technically the king is the head of the military. But you know. And it's just a different effect.
The original art draws so much from like actual royal portraiture. She can't have her fucking scepter in the race outfit, and I understand.
They shorten her hair. Her tail. They remove her bangles, but they also just shorten the tail significantly.
They also give her hair a little bit less swag than it has in the original artwork. It needs to be a little bit more windswept for me, but that's okay. She can have the scepter if she wants. Manhattan Cafe runs with a cup of coffee.
She does. That's really funny.
Anyway, but it takes so much from royal portraiture in the original. And like I said, this makes her super top heavy, which is totally fine. So the thing that really changes is that the shape language about her changes from this big triangular, like heavy top and then, rectangular like bottom leg thing, to just being mostly the silhouette of a normal anime girl with a cape. And that's what bugs me, is just that like the original art makes her look so much like she's got big broad shoulders and she can carry the weight of your nation. But then in the race outfit, she's just like she's comically tiny.
She is, yeah. Again, she like it's like they're trying to make her
which
a little
is part
bit
of
impotent.
But...
Yeah, I don't know. In the movie, they animate her like fucking crazy. Like, you basically never see a static shot of her, first of all. Like, you always see her like running or posing after a run or like getting ready. There's not a conversation with her in the movie. And so she's always this kind of like epic figure sort of like on the horizon. And they animate her like crazy. She's constantly like radiating golden light and silhouetted and stuff. And so though she probably has the outfit that more matches the game render, technically, like, you barely even get a good look at her. Her vibe matches the concept art much more. And they just miss out on it. I mean, she's fulfilling a different role in the movie than she is as sort of like the protagonist of her own story. But like, yeah, and to be clear, like, I like this race outfit. Like, I think it in isolation, it's quite good. It has a lot of details. It has a really sort of fun and funky kind of like secondary color scheme with this like purple, green, and gold orange, which is very nice.
And it's still a lot. Like, don't let me
she's got
distract
so
you by
much going
talking
on.
about the original art and how much it is. She's still a lot.
It's just like they just gave us another kind of like more compelling piece of art to compare it against, and it's like, damn,
and that's a shame.
If you had just not given me that, then I would be fine.
The thing is that this is just comparing art to other gacha games, but you know what her original art looks like?
What?
She looks like she's in Fate Grand Order.
Shut the fuck up. She does. This is a King Arthur for sure.
Yeah. Makes me sad.
I do kind of want her to do Yuri with Saber. Sort of
I
king on
do
king
too.
situation.
She's so... Anyway. Someone get on this. Anyway, obviously I like her and I think that she's cool. I'm just obsessed with this original design art.
Yeah, it's
so
very, very
gorgeous.
good.
It's so gorgeous and
again, I
golden
just kind of didn't know that
striking.
there was. I just didn't really know that there was. People are gonna get so mad at me about this. I just didn't really know that there's like good art in Umamusume. Don't hate me! Don't hate me! Don't hate me! Don't hate me! What I mean, let me correct myself.
We've been talking behind the scenes. It's like, well, I didn't want to do Umamusume because all the support card art is so boring, which is true.
I didn't know that there were good paintings in Umamusume. Does that soften the blow a little bit? I didn't know Umamusume had like really sort of these sort of intricately, thoughtfully painted paintings of their characters, which is a thing that I really care about. Because that's sort of like what we talk about most of the time.
We bill this as a character design podcast, but as much as it is a character design podcast, it is also like a piece of art critique podcast.
Yeah.
So, even if they have interesting character designs, if I just am looking at a still of a 3D model, it's like not quite as fun.
Anyway, I don't have that much to say about TM Opera O.
Fuji Kiseki!
Fuji Kiseki! She's like the mentor character in the movie. I guess she's maybe supposed to still be a teenager, but she sort of comes across as being like in her early 20s.
Literally, this is the thing, is that they're so trapped because every one of these characters has to exist at hypothetically the same time. But they can't. Because it's like, you have to have just like infinite levels of underclassmen. For horses that are like younger than the other or like competed against a different group of, and it's like, oh my god. So you have like the you have like the freshmen and the sophomores and the juniors and the seniors, and ultimately all of these people feel like they are 4 to 5 years apart.
The classiest racer around. I was quite fond of her in the movie. I mean, she is doing a very sort of like normal mentor thing, but she's just she's very charming. She's very sweet. I really liked her. And when she came out in her race outfit to do just like a one-on-one race with Jungle Pocket, I was like, damn, she got swag. She might have been in her race outfit at the beginning of the movie, but I think
three-sided bow.
I think she might have just been in her school uniform, but her I really like her race outfit. I'm really fond of this original design painting. It's super different, but it's really cool.
It's very odd.
This is
I can't figure out what this is from.
So she is the one who I was referencing, where like her big fucking open cleavage V is crazy. It's crazy.
They covered it with a tie for propriety.
It makes it worse. It
totally does.
Yeah, it makes it sexier, which is why they did it. But for reasons that I can't quite. We'll get there. It looks like her boobs are much more supported than Dantsu Flame's. And I'm trying to figure this out. They just look more sort of held in place. It looks like she's got one of those sort of like sideways invisible support bras, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She just looks kind of like secured in a way that Dantsu Flame doesn't necessarily.
There's a specific piece of the Devil fan art that I'm thinking about, where Sarah is asking Han, like, "Wow, how do you keep your boobs from falling out of your jacket? Because you've got your jacket open and your boobs are like that. Is it like tape or something?" And Han is like, "Sure, it's tape." That's how I feel about Fuji Kiseki.
I don't know. They just look relatively secured. Anyway,
yeah.
I love this outfit. This is sort of low key one of my favorite outfits that we've looked at, and I just really like every individual piece of clothing here. These gloves, even though they're a little bit short gloves that Ash hates, but with the sort of sunburst opening on the back, are really great. I love this this ruffled shirt is awesome. This jacket with the big belt is really nice, and I love these pants. There's nothing to
the
them.
The flared pants are
but they're
really
just
the highlight.
Beautiful. Just really elegant, nicely fitting. I love women in flared pants. If you want to know, it's like, what's Ivy's favorite thing?
They're just good.
What's Ivy's favorite thing? I love a woman in a flared pants. I don't know what to tell you.
Now you can get past all her security questions. Yeah, just when you log into websites, they're always asking you, "What's your favorite thing?"
What's your mother's maiden pants?
I like these shoes.
Yeah,
shoe check. I like
these
these shoes.
Are really good. They're quite simple. They're just sort of nice, elegant, like pumps that have her sort of crown motif, this sort of 3-pointed crown motif that she has everywhere. They're really good. It's a relatively simple outfit, but it's good.
We didn't do a shoe check on TM Opera O, and that's because her shoes drive me crazy, for the record.
Yeah, I remember Kit showed me those shoes once, and I was like, what is going on?
They don't match. It makes me feel insane. Anyway, for me, this is the thing. She looks like a flight attendant. It's not a dig.
No, I get what you mean.
She does look like a flight attendant. But I really like I mean, listen, I play a lot of Project Moon games. It's women in suits.
It's women in suits. Yeah,
it's
women in suits Wednesday.
It's women in suits Wednesday. Angie's got a little bit of that JRPG flair with the big belts. And then her little pop of color with the like chartreuse and spring green is like fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's such a weird, sort of unappealing color combination. I don't mind at all. You can only barely see it in the race outfit render, and you can see it honestly even less in the prototype image. But you have these big rings that come off of these like shoulder pieces in color. I wish you could see those better because they're really interesting to me. I don't mind her having one part of her otherwise, very straight-laced, and not that that's a bad thing, design that's just like, what? And for me, it's these big rings.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really like her. I'm just really fond of her design. You don't get to see much of it in the movie, so I'm really glad to be looking at it and confirm my, like, oh, I like this feelings. I like her hair, too. She's got this kind of, like, sort of, like, modern woman, short, like, spiky, but in an intentional way haircut that just, like, really works with her whole thing. With her whole sort of like, I'm elegant and refined, but in kind of like, a sort of a sexy and quirky way.
Yeah, this is what makes her look like a flight attendant.
Yeah. Can we talk about I've just been looking at the render because I've been waiting to talk about the original art or whatever.
Sure.
This piece of art also goes fucking so hard. This art, I mean this in the best possible way, which is, it's hard to say this in a bad way. This art looks like it's from World Flipper. Not entirely.
Yeah.
But it's sort of composed of shapes that look like they're from World Flipper.
That's basically where I landed as well.
She's got those World Flipper pointy boobs.
She really does have those World Flipper.
And
listen, I think it's fine to make women's boobs pointy.
I think it's fine to make women from World Flipper. But for real, like, I love this painting. It's like, it's way more sort of like, it's way more sort of like stylized and cartoony than any of the other ones, but this really really works. Like this exaggerated pose, this sort of like exaggerated like chest thrust forward, and these crossed legs that like don't really make any sense but like make such a strong impression on the eye. This like, you know, this hand thing. I've been looking at a lot of hand things, hand gestures recently, because I've been like working on a I've been helping Kit work on a piece for a thing, friend of the show Kit. So I'm looking at a lot of hand gestures and little details of hands, and it's just this like this little like extended index, like slightly uh some kind of flex. What's flex up called? Anyway,
I don't know.
She's doing a little thing with her hand that looks really good. It's got this like dramatic camera angle on her. Everything on her is like flaring outwards. It just looks awesome. It's just an awesome little painting.
I personally have to only look at the top half of this image because the legs scare me too bad.
That's fair.
Her left leg is like completely broken, and like that's fine, but I can't look at it. It's not, you know, sometimes we look at images and the legs are broken, and this just like completely destroys the image for various reasons, because it's like the leg is broken because they've done the body proportions in this absolutely fucked skeletal way. Not true here. I just can't look at the leg.
That's fair. To me, it's like, you know, it looks like kind of like a dramatic kind of like pause on an in-between from an anime in a sense, where it's just like things are moving in a dramatic way. I mean, I also like, you know, most of my Umamusume exposure at this point is watching this one movie, and in this movie there's a lot of dramatic like sort of bodies being like dramatically stretched through space in this way, and so this looks a little bit more natural to my eye. But like I get how you would look at this and be like, this is the worst thing ever. To me, I'm just like, they're doing like shapes with her leg, and
they're doing shapes.
I like the shapes that they're doing with her leg.
Two things. One, a thing that I really like about Fuji Kiseki in general that they don't always do, but I appreciate when they do, is just when they have the flesh color inside the ear. I think that it makes a fun little piece of visual contrast, and to not just have the ears just be the hair color. And so I like that she's got little, you know, pink fleshy ears. Thing number two, I had a second. Oh, right. The thing number two about this image in particular is that the way that they've drawn her a Hoge in this image is part of why I think she looks like a flight attendant, because it looks like she has a little hat on.
Wait, she does have a little hat on. You're right. She's got the little hat.
She's about to do the motherfucking safety demonstration.
She's like, reach for the emergency exit, like this.
I can't believe that her quote on this page is, "Don't cry, my darling pony. If there's something on your mind, speak."
Yeah, because she's a flight attendant. She's speaking to like a 2-year-old. That's too young.
Let me know if you need
She's
anything.
speaking to like a 6-year-old. Don't cry, my darling pony. Can I get you a water?
Do you want 7-Up? Ginger ale?
Coca-Cola.
They always have 7-Up on flights.
They do always have 7-Up on
Never
flights.
anywhere else in my life, but they have it on flights.
I usually get it because I'm like, well, that's the drink.
Yeah,
you get on
I mean,
flights.
you need like a light sparkling drink.
Yeah, it's nice
You
and
get a 7-Up.
citrusy.
They don't have like Sprite. They just have 7-Up. Who did this?
A popular, beautiful Umamusume. Anyway, she's also like, they put a lot of kind of like it, now that I've sort of reviewed the cast. It is really, and I mean, like, how much is this just all of Umamusume? At least a little bit, but it is kind of like a movie almost entirely composed of like Yuri soft butches.
Right?
That's like think about all of the girls we just looked at. It's all kind of like soft butches. It's an extremely soft butch movie.
Dantsu Flame
is Jungle
more
Pocket's
low
femme.
femme.
Yeah.
But like otherwise it's all butches.
It's a butch heavy movie. I don't know what to tell you.
They got a lot of butches in Umamusume. I'm trying to think of Umamusume like high femmes, and there's not a lot of options. I don't know, maybe...
Send us a Tumblr ask with your favorite Umamusume high femme. And also send us a Tumblr ask with your... with a detailed breakdown on your opinion on historical lesbian gender archetypes and whether or not they can apply them to our current era of identity politics.
Biwa Hayahide. That's who I'm thinking of. She's a femme.
Let me take a look. Biwa
Hayahide.
Ooh, yeah. This is a femme. Holy shit. Biwa's like original art render is like,
I know, right?
That's a girl from Archetypes. That's an Archetypes girly. Sorry.
Daiwa Scarlet also a femme. Anyway,
she's a mage.
Daiwa Scarlet's a femme specifically in sort of a butch femme relationship. This is not important. That's Umamusume.
That's Umamusume. We did it. We did an Umamusume episode. Do you love us?
I guess we normally do numbers. I don't really feel like giving 6 guys numbers.
Yeah, that's true. Should we just do them for Jungle Pocket?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
She's the main character. I mean,
she's the main character.
We could do it for 2 of them, if you want. But we can also just do Jungle Pocket.
Let's just do Jungle Pocket.
Okay. Okay. Cute. She's a little bit too much of a ruffian to be like
no, I don't
maximum
think she's
cute. But she does
she's sub cute.
I would agree that she's sub cute. I don't think she's a 0, certainly. I mean, you know, she's a teenage girl. She tries her best. She does funny little yells when she wins. Like,
at the very least, she's a shorty.
She's a shorty.
Sorry to all the shorties out there who are like, I am absolutely not cute. It's a hard life.
Ash, you're cute.
I'm literally 5'5".
But you're that's 6 feet. 6 feet? That's 6 inches shorter than me. You're a shorty to me.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want you to be cute, and you are. So like, I'm happy.
Determinism.
Anyway, but she's a little... Is she a 1 or a 2, do you think?
I think she's more than incidentally cute. I think other people find her sort of her antics...
Yeah, endearing.
Charming.
I also, kind of don't think that she's very appealing. Like, here's various things that constantly happen in the movie, okay? People are trying to train together, but Jungle Pocket is, like, working way too hard and running ahead of them, so they don't get to hang out with her. People are trying to, like, eat parfait with her, but she keeps, like, running off to sort of, like, have dramatic flashbacks at night in front of a glowing vending machine instead of, like, having fun with her friends. Like, people, you know, her trainer is trying to, like, teach her restraint, and she keeps, like, almost killing herself. She's just, like... And also she kind of looks like that, which is, like, she's not, like, trying to farm appeal points, per se. And so she's just, like, not... Again, not a measure of quality. This is one of the best things about her. But I feel like in the movie, it's constantly emphasized how unappealing she is. You know, there's a scene where, like, they're all having summer fun, and she is not having summer fun. She's just like, when do we start training again? While everyone else is, like, you know, playing in the water at the beach. And it's like, she's just not very appealing.
So what number does that equate to? I feel like you know this better than me, so I should.
How do you feel about a 1?
I think a 1 is reasonable.
I can't give her
That
a 0
she's
appealing.
only incidentally appealing. She is described as a charismatic and flawless Yankee, but I don't know if I believe them.
I mean, people love her, but she's also a celebrity, you know? And so, like...
Bucket!
Bucket! This is the thing, this is why throughout the whole movie, people are always going, Bucket! Is because she's always running away from them. And it's like, come on, girl. Just, like, sit down and eat some cake. I don't know.
She hates cake.
I could go with 2, but I think it's more compelling to give her a 1
2-1.
appealing. Yeah, 2-1.
I agree. It's more compelling. Kinsey scale number.
Now,
She's constantly doing Yuri with 2 women.
She's constantly doing Yuri with
maybe
3
more
women? Off the top of my... In the movie, it's at least 3 women, because it's definitely Tachyon, it's definitely
also
Fuji, and also Dantsu. So at least 3.
She's got the girls.
She does have girls kind of, like, crawling all over her, is the thing.
Like weevils.
And she is obsessed with Agnes Tachyon. She can't, like, win one of the biggest races in the country without being like, if I didn't beat Agnes Tachyon, literally, like, I don't care so much. I don't care so much that it makes me want to throw up.
Here's the thing about Umamusume. Men do not exist at all.
Well,
Uma are only, like, having, you know, relationships with other Uma.
I don't know. This isn't what I've been told. What I've been told by Kit is that, like, there are arcs where Uma, like, often specifically have relationships mostly with, like, their trainers, sometimes who is like male coded, and there are Uma who, like, think about boys, but then there also are Uma that, like, are specifically in Yuri plots, and there's distinction there. This is what I've heard. Like, I don't think that Umamusume is necessarily, like, an infinite void of Yuri in the way that, like, Saki is.
Infinite void of Yuri.
Yeah.
I don't think relationships with the trainer count, because the trainer is male coded but is you. And, like, you know, degree to which their, you know, personal story is about, you know, appealing the gacha game player in you is sort of, like, not alignment indicative, IMO. Although, you know, there are, of course, degrees to which you could, like, extrapolate Kinsey scale number by how much they're like, I don't care about you, I only care about my wife. But I don't know. I just, like, I guess that there are Uma who think about men. It's not like on-screen men, really.
Sure.
And it's like, I don't know. It's an infinite void of 4 to 6.
Sure. I think you're getting a little bit too caught up in the hypotheticals. Could Jungle Pocket be bisexual? Is this a world that exists in your mind?
Where I was going with this is I want to judge Jungle Pocket based on how like butch for butch she is. Rather than by how much she's into women. How much is she into women who are the same as her?
Right. What's her lesbian Kinsey scale number? Which is like, how much will you only date other women who have matching lesbian gender identities to you? You know, your lesbian Kinsey scale number.
Yeah. You listen, you have your
Are you lesbian straight?
Are you lesbian straight or are you lesbian gay?
Or are you lesbian bisexual horses?
Lesbian bisexual horses.
Not lesbian slash lesbian and then bisexual is an adjective modifying the lesbian
yeah.
horses.
It's really unfortunate that we can't get all 4 of them in there. Lesbian, bisexual, transgender horses, sure. Lesbian, gay horses, absolutely. We can't have gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender horses.
Well, here's the thing. Who are we going to cut out of the acronym? We're cutting the gays, okay? The new acronym is LBTH.
It's LBTH.
LBT, lesbian, bisexual, transgender horses.
Fuck.
Fuck
This
me.
doesn't answer any of our questions.
No, but we finally found a good episode title.
Thank God. But that's what I was. I mean, if I don't like, I don't think that Jungle Pocket on a traditional Kinsey scale is like any less than a 6.
That's fair. I think that like.
But if you think that the Umamusume space has enough play that it's not just all 6s, then perhaps she's just a 6.
I think I'm fine with being a 6. To answer your lesbian Kinsey scale number question, I think that like just to add a little bit of grit to Jungle Pocket, okay? I think that she is like a little bit lesbian problematic, in that I don't think that she thinks that femmes can keep up with her.
Damn.
Because she's just a little bit lesbian problematic, you know?
Dantsu Flame, it's hard out here.
It's
hard out here for Dantsu Flame. She's just a nice girl.
She's a lesbian, gay, which is a modifier to the lesbian. She's a lesbian, gay, transgender, problematic horse.
She is a lesbian, gay, transgender, problematic horse.
I couldn't tell if you were silent because you were struck silent or because you were laughing so much that Discord wasn't picking it up.
Discord doesn't think I'm a human being now.
Yeah, Discord doesn't think you're a human being because of lesbian, gay, transgender, problematic horse.
Fuck me.
And I love her for that.
I was gonna say you have to tell Kid about this, but no, I have to wait for the actual episode to go out.
Yeah. Great, and that was Umamusume. Are we gonna do any more Umamusume? Oh, fucking no.
Literally, who knows?
I don't know. The Musumes. We do have to be careful not to get killed by the Yakuza. That's important.
We do have to be careful not to get killed by the Yakuza. I also don't think Umamusume lends itself very well to like a traditional Soulmates episode structure, to the degree that we have a traditional episode structure.
I think that this was fine.
This was
like,
pretty good.
Yeah, and you know, we could do a kind of theoretically we could do a sort of season 3 thing where we like find a group of 6 girls. This really worked because they were all from the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Consider this an experimental pilot for if we need something else. And also that thing can't be Infinity Nikki for some reason.
Yeah.
Or we want to be sellouts, and we just switch to an entirely
Consider this an experimental pilot for us being sellouts.
Yeah. When we want to completely sell out and switch to an entirely, like, Umamusume and Arknight structure.
God.
You know, we have, like, a boys' season and a girls' season, right?
God.
And then we have, like, a 5-minute ad read in the middle of every episode. It'll be kind of like this.
Arknights is for the boys and Uma is for the girls.
Soulmates for the boys, soulmates for the girls. And occasionally...
Soulmates for the lads.
Soulmates for the lesbian, gay, transgender, problematic horses.
Finally, a Soulmates episode for the lesbian, gay, transgender, problematic horses.
Yeah, the LGTPH.
LGTPHs.
Do you consider yourself a member of the LGTPH community? let us know on Tumblr.
Fine. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. Go if it's still in theaters. I actually don't know if it'll still be in theaters. Well, it shouldn't. I don't think it's in theaters still where I am when we finish this. But go. I would recommend watching Umamusume, Beginning of a New Era. I thought it was a really weird movie. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was worth a watch. Go watch it with a friend. It was fun.
Woo!
We're not sponsored. Not sponsored. Yakuza, don't kill us. We're not sponsored. But thanks for listening.
We'll see you for a normal one next time.
Yeah. All right. Sally forth. Goodbye.
Tally ho.
Tally ho.
素晴らしい馬娘たちの肉体に私のやる気も上がってきたよ。